Took an Adderall today, Tom.
He married my sister, now we're living together. We're roommates in
Wait, was that recording?
Yeah, we're starting with that also.
Oopsies.
So we're doing a 45-minute episode, but don't worry, because Tim took an Adderall, so we'll still get in the same amount of
It'll be 2 hours of material in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
None of it's going to be all nonsensical, but I will be talking fast, and it will be full stream of consciousness.
It will also be confident.
It'll be confident nonsense, which is kind of my whole bag.
that is also the funniest category.
I love unearned arrogance. We know this. I've made it very abundantly clear that's the kind of humor that I love so much. I hold it near and dear to my heart. And I think I also fall into that category. I think people leave conversations with me sometimes and they're like, I think most of what he said was wrong.
But in the moment, I was kind of like taking it as truth.
And like he was kind of like combative about it. I thought we were in a nice, friendly conversation, but like he was really coming at me for no reason. And then when they leave the conversation, they do just an ounce of Googling and they're like, oh, so that was all nonsense.
Mm-hmm. But what are you doing over in your corner after they leave?
I'm just shadow boxing.
You just end a conversation where you lied for an hour and then just, yes.
Just full shadow boxing. I just pull out a speed bag out of nowhere and go to town.
God, I'm the man.
So fucking smart and cool.
Sir, this is a
whales
CVS.
are 10 tons. Yeah. Sir, you got to leave now. Sorry, Dad. Didn't know you managed this fucking CVS, dude. Oh, God. I really hope people get that riff. Let me tell you something. We go back to that well pretty often.
I know. And I want to make sure people know that that we don't think it's funny.
We hate it.
We hate it so much.
That's why we continue to do. And I hope, look, if you're a comedian and you've ever done a joke like that, I hope, bad things happen to you and the ones you love.
You're looking at one of them right here.
Oh, wait, what was yours?
Oh,
yours wasn't that egregious, though.
No, it wasn't that bad. It was, well, I had one where I used to say, like, that's not his real name, and then I would say his real name.
That's a classic.
The same category.
That's a classic.
And then I also had one that was in my act until I called you about it 2 weeks ago and it might, truth be told, might still be in my act, but
that's one that lives on the road, and you kind of don't. Yes, you don't do it in the city, but it's on the road. It's
the dad thing. I'm like, one time I faked a cramp to get out of a soccer practice, and my coach was like, "You don't have a crampable muscle on your body." I go, that coach was my father, but it's the same.
There's
thing.
Something not as annoying as the coach was my dad instead of, oh, okay, Dad.
Yes, if I
don't know
like
why.
That, no, I think because
the way you say it, it's less of like, look how clever look at
this fucking
little ditty. Look, oops,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Is the other one is often it's just a trick.
Yes,
it's
100%.
Just hey, I was lying to you this whole time.
Oopsies, it's been a lie. All right, now let me tell you some things that I actually believe. It's like, well.
I thought you were saying that to me genuinely right now.
Oh, and you're like, dude, lay it on me.
All right, dude, let's get into it.
Hold on, I got my notes right here. No, I don't believe anything.
I know I've talked to you about recycling before.
Hey, we have to now. Queens, these people are all over you.
Oh yeah, have you given them the spiel yet?
What spiel?
Anytime I give you shit for not recycling, you go, it's 4 companies that are responsible for all of it. I mean,
all of that's true. Unfortunately, the city of Queens they don't care about that.
And they're not hearing you out at all?
No, I mean, I went to City Hall and I was like, look, the BP, don't be mad at me.
It's you
British Petroleum,
like a couple printed
Exxon.
out Google News articles.
Like, look at this. You think me recycling these cans is it moving the needle at all?
It just dumped 1 million tons of oil into the ocean.
Yeah, I'm currently covered in crude oil, and you're mad that I didn't recycle my Nespresso pod?
I've been choking on a fishing line for 6 days.
Literally a mound of trash in the ocean the size of Canada, and they're upset. They're upset that I didn't clean out my Chinese takeout box before putting it in the trash.
Throw your fucking Topo Chico in the right bin.
I mean, I do kind of appreciate that. Like a whole city is on board with like, we got to fix this thing.
That's kind of cool.
Especially in a city that is made of trash.
And it's such a mean city too. It's kind of funny. Even the way they do this is like mean though. They're like, we're gonna be good people, you piece of shit.
Well, it's also like, oh, you want to throw some trash away? That's adorable. It's gonna take you 3 hours to throw your trash away. How about that?
Once again, New York City does not give you an inch.
I mean, you do need like a PhD in like statistics and mechanical engineering to throw your trash away here. It's insanity.
Oh God! See, this is why we're fucked. Nowhere else in the world will do that.
No. I mean, most of the place you just throw your trash out the window, and that's like, yeah, that's fine.
I literally saw someone do that yesterday on this drive on the highway, just like kind of a bag of trash.
Nothing more infuriating.
It wasn't like one thing.
No,
it was like
when I see somebody flick a cigarette out of a window, I lose it. Like, clean that shit up. And they're like, hey, do you know there's only 4 companies responsible? I'm like, I don't want to hear that right now.
Believe me, dude, we're on the same page.
They're like, that's fucked up, dude. No, I hate people throwing shit out of their window like that. Is infuriating. You're a bad person. You're a bad human.
Well, it's just like it's kind of classic 0 of the week behavior where it's just like, you're like, oh, you're just like, you're just like careless about other people. And
you're
and
bad.
It's like lazy. It's also lazy.
You're it's also
stop
not
the car soon.
It's also a certain brand of person that's willing to do that. You never see them throwing out like the to-go container of like you're not like, oh damn, this went to a really nice restaurant. It's always like a bag full of 40 McGriddles wrappers.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, receipts never blown out of there and like, wow, he tipped pretty well at that steakhouse.
Like, oh damn, that's a 30% tip and a vegan restaurant.
No,
and he threw it. No. It's always a scumbag piece of shit.
It's a double order. It's chicken teriyaki and beef and broccoli, and it's from Panda Express.
Hey Tom,
and he's eating the whole thing in the car.
Hey Tom, dude, I'm not gonna lie. Your boy had Panda delivered no less than a week ago
in New York City.
There's not that many options here, Tom.
There's literally every option.
It is endless options, but you know what? I wanted teriyaki chicken.
I had a craving.
And you know what they did? They did not give me that teriyaki sauce. And heartbroken doesn't truly describe the food.
Wait, like 0 or not as much as you like?
0. I was raw dogging this chicken. It was just chicken.
No.
Because I usually like to, I get pretty liberal with the sauce. I'm saucing it up.
That chicken is swimming in the sauce.
Oh, dude, it was just dry and nothing at all. I was hurting. I was really hurting.
Did you ask for it on the side? Like, why would they not just throw it on there?
Please. You don't think I went through all of the levels of grief on this thing?
Yeah, yeah. Denial.
I bargained.
First.
I was angry. Yeah. I was like, no, certainly it's in this bag.
Yeah.
Wait, did they leave it outside? They put it in my mailbox? I went out. It was brutal. But, sometimes you just got to eat some really dry, bad chicken.
That is kind of instant karma for ordering Panda Express in New York City.
I couldn't agree with you more. It was a $6 delivery fee.
Oh God!
I mean, what was that?
What are we doing here?
Well, because we both know money is no object for me, so
that is a good point.
Also, when he came and delivered it, I just threw $100 at him.
You just balled it up,
and I was like, "Yeah, if you want that, cheers,
I've seen you do that before."
It's kind of like, hey, if you want to bend down and pick it up, go ahead and humiliate yourself. But I don't want this $100.
That's like, I remember that one time you ordered like a $3 beer and you folded 100 into like a mini paper football and you just flicked it to the bartender. But it was like pretty good distance.
I was like, if you can find it, it's yours, man.
Yeah. Here you go.
I typically like to do it with I like to mix up the denominations. I like to have, like 21s.
Oh, okay.
Like 310s, a 20.
Yeah. So then they can't really tell. Kind of 21s looks like a lot of money too.
So you toss it all and they kind of don't know which way to go first. Oh, and then they're picking up the ones and then they're like, there's a 10, right? So
I missed out on a Hamilton right there. And people think that throwing money is just for strip clubs. But
no, you can throw money at literally anybody.
Yeah, I don't like going to strip clubs, but I would like to throw money.
Sure. That's what I do at Literally, anyone that is in the service industry at any level, I toss cash right
I'm
at their
gonna
dome
go to the
constantly.
the little family-owned taco stand like down the street from my house today. I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna throw it baseball style.
How much is that? $3.50. Crow hop into it. It's kind of a wet. It's kind of a wet bill, so you can really hum it.
Like, Jesus, you severely overpaid for this taco, but
Like they're mad at you, but
fuck
they're
you
like,
also.
that is a solid tip. That's a 300% tip he just gave me. This rips.
God.
For our new listeners, we do not throw cash at random human beings.
No, what we do on this podcast is we just lie. We make stuff up.
And then we really run with it for a little while.
Well, it's fun. Plus, I don't have that much stuff written down today, so we need to milk everything.
Let's see. Back to accosting service industry workers.
Wait, I had a thought in the middle of describing the people that throw trash out their window. God, I can't get comfy. This fucking new stool sucks. Yeah, any chance you got that really bad desk chair still? Could you send that out to LA? Because my new stool sucks.
Dude, the wheels are falling off of that chair. Literally.
Yeah, one of them fell off when we were recording a podcast.
It's so unlike Lizzie to pull the trigger on a purchase like that. Because like, especially a purchase like that, it's her desk chair. That's a one you need to do your research. Yeah. You're going to be in that thing.
Well, she orders good research because she didn't have a good chair.
Shit, that's a good point, Tom.
What came first, the research or the chair,
Now we're on to something. Now we're off on a topic here.
Let's go.
But like, it's the shittiest, worst. It's the worst. I've never seen her make a decision quite like that, other than being with me for 11 years.
Wow, I was just about to say the exact same thing.
Yeah, I'm a step ahead of you, Tom. I took an Adderall today.
So that
like halfway through me saying this, I was like, and here's how Tom will be mean to me, and let's get out in front of that one. It's just a never-ending cycle of me talking and then bullying myself and then talking and then bullying myself.
And then just kind of putting it on me.
Yeah, and then I'm at the end of the podcast. You haven't said anything in 40 minutes. I'm like, so anyways, fuck you, dude. All that shit you said was pretty mean.
Here's a proposal. Do you think because I don't know how I feel about this, but it's an idea I just had 30 seconds ago. For zeros of the week, what do listeners think about this? Can we go categories of people, or does it have to be one specific person?
I'm gonna need you to elaborate on that a wee tad.
Like the people who throw trash out their window, oftentimes same kind of person, I think, or at least we all envision as very similar person. Can that be a zero of the week, or are we going?
Like, are you talking about like categorizing out like rich douchebag who's mean to the flight attendant, or like trashy idiot that throws their McDonald's out of the window?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, well, I'm on board with that because there are all different zeros come in all different shapes and sizes, Tom.
That's true. And we are zero positive. We'll welcome any of them.
You're all welcome, but we hate you.
We hate you, but we'll hate you equally.
Yeah, for sure. I'm an equal opportunity hater. Yeah, everyone knows that. But yeah, I think I don't even know who. I think I would hate the rich douchebags more because I think the assumption is they should know better.
Okay. Well, and they have
that makes sense.
It's almost like you have other options. You don't need to be a douchebag.
You don't need to be this guy.
Yeah, you could have picked like anything. We're like, the white trashy person who's maybe throwing shit out of the window. It's like maybe that's what you grew up with.
Yeah, they saw their grandfather's grandfather throwing trash out of his
order chicken teriyaki.
Yeah, out of his Model T one day. That's just how they come from a long line of being bad in public.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Have you had a tough look recently?
Have I had a tough look?
Yeah.
In public? Yeah, I'm sure. Well, let me see.
I mean, we're always tossing it outward, Tom. What if on this special episode we decided to look inward? I
mean, I've given myself zero a couple times. Remember twice in a row when my sister did a mental health check on me.
Oh, right.
You've given yourself zero of the week twice in a row. How's therapy going? That was the text. I go, oh, well, I didn't actually realize that, but not great.
I mean, here's the hard truth. Sometimes we all behave like a zero at some point in our lives.
Here's my zero moment. And it's kind of like, it's something I've done a lot. And I was conscious of it this time. I don't know that I've ever been very conscious of it. I went to a bachelor party this past weekend, but the night before, me and two of my best buds You've met one of them, Rich Park.
Rich Park?
We went.
I've never met Rich.
And we can't. Oh, you haven't? Oh,
No.
we've just talked about him. He's a frequent mention on. We have a few people that are just frequent mentions on this pod, and
I feel like I know Rich Park. Yeah. Never met him though.
My favorite person on earth. So he and I and one of my other college roommates, we drove up to Tahoe, but we camped the night before.
Mm-hmm.
A little place called June Lake. You gotta camp more. I know you're not a camp guy, but camping absolutely rips. It's just,
you popped a tent, you made a fire.
Made
catch
brats,
your own food?
Made sausage and peppers and potatoes over the fire.
Can you make a fire? Like if you were on a desert island, could you make a fire?
No
Oh.
like out of like flint?
Yeah.
I mean, conceptually, I know how it works, but I've never done it.
So like you probably couldn't, like just go out and like get some dry leaves and a stick and twiddle it together until you see fire.
I don't know. I tried to do that one time and it didn't work.
What if your life was on the line, though?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, if you had to try it until it worked, it just made my hands hurt pretty quick. And I was like,
I mean, I'm for sure going to get blisters on these. Yeah. Do you guys just have those matches? Can we do the matches instead?
I'm in the store still. It's the CVS thing again. I don't know that I could do that. Do you think you could do that?
I mean, I think it's like if life was on the line, I think I could twiddle away long enough until something happened.
Yeah.
But I think I would get so excited when I saw the smoke that I would probably smother the smoke with all the dry leaves and really fuck everything up.
Well, that is a hard thing. Like if you just get like one little spark, I don't know what that.
Patience is key, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, I've had lighters that I can't light a fire with. So
sure. Yeah. I didn't even think of that.
Like if it doesn't go the first time, you have to do it again.
And by that time, my little hands hurt. Your
hands hurt, and you're like, I just discovered fire in the wild, and now I have to do it again.
And then you're like, sick. I have this fire now. I gotta go catch like a fish.
Yeah, I should have done that beforehand.
And those swim fast. I'm not that fast.
I mean, there's no way you start a fire and catch a fish in the same day.
In the same day, there's
odds of that happening in the same day.
There's just no chance. I am finding a very tall cliff and then just swan diving right off of that thing.
Because you're looking for a fish, right?
Because I'm trying to catch a bird. Trying to catch one trying to barehand one on the way down. Toss it right in the fire. We're eating eagle tonight, everyone. This rips.
I love a running jump at a bird. Would be very fun.
Tackle it midair. That's fun. Oh, God.
Anyways,
all right, so wait. So you're trying to make a fire with Rich Park.
I realize I'm the guy who like I kind of become a control freak in like nature stuff or in like I kind of have like Eagle Scout energy sometimes.
Are you an Eagle Scout?
No.
Oh, I could see that though.
Okay. I don't love that.
That's not an insult. I think when somebody's an Eagle Scout, I'm like, nice. Tell me more about the Derby race.
17 years.
Tell me more about that Derby car, dude. Is that thing flying?
I think Derby is in like the Pinewood Derby. Isn't that in like first grade?
I think so, yeah. But I mean, like, you got to get that badge.
You do have to knock that one out.
Like, tell me about some knots, dude. What's your favorite knot?
I can tie some knots.
Can you? Of course.
I really have like Eagle Scout energy, and it's
for sure.
And I realized it like we were making this fire, and I'm like,
I feel like you're an Eagle Scout, but you got it through like night class.
Yeah, like kind of like off brand. Like my grandpa just taught it.
Yeah. But like you could get those badges easy.
No, I can knock them out.
Okay, so you're in nature.
And get my Eagle Scout.
Going back to school. Oh, nice. What are you studying? Knots and
knots,
rabbits.
Trying to get my eagle.
Dropping down to get my eagle on, dude.
It's always been a dream before I turned 30. So, figured last chance. So yeah, no, can't do your show.
Okay, so you're in nature.
I kept
where you're
doing
supposed
like
to be relaxing and enjoying everything, and you're ruining everyone's time.
Like I'm starting a fire, and then like my bud like throws some shitty sticks on the fire that aren't gonna burn because they're alive still.
Sure.
And I could just let that go.
What'd you do?
And instead, I'm like, no. Why are you putting this on here? And I'm like taking them. I'm rearranging everything. I'm being a control freak.
I don't think that's bet. You're the one making the fire.
Yeah, but it's like there was.
I mean, if
part
he's
of it
hindering
where,
the fire, like if I come up and I'm trying to put like, hey, let's just toss some water on this thing. That should probably up. And you're like, no, that's actually bad for the fire.
No,
I
but
don't
it
think
was
that's
like
bad.
we were post cooking. We were just hanging out. It didn't really matter. The fire wasn't like it wasn't a life sustaining thing anymore. You know. I don't know. I just caught
Were
myself.
you guys
doing
around
it.
the fire?
I caught myself doing it when we set up the tent too. One of them like kind of fucked up something with the tent pole, and I was like, just give me that. And I'm like, you know what it was? I'm like, oh shit, I'm being like the grumpy dad of the group right now.
I was just about to say that you're everyone's father.
That's exactly the role I was taking.
You're like, just hold this flashlight, hold it right here, and let me put these poles together.
That is exactly what I think. I had someone hold a lantern at one point.
Well, wait. Okay. So are you the most experienced outdoorsman in this group, or are these guys all pretty weathered doorsmen?
No. For sure, I'm the only doorsman.
Well, then I think that's pretty reasonable.
Okay. All right. Well,
I mean, you're the guy
just
that has
hated
the knowledge.
behavior. Yeah, but I guess it felt so low stakes that I was like, why are we taking this so seriously? Just like let them fuck up the tent. You know, like it wasn't raining.
Is that the tent you were sleeping in?
Yeah, it's also my tent. But like they couldn't break it. They're just fucking up how the I don't know.
I don't know. All of this feels fairly appropriate.
Well, it's also, and now I'm like, now this is just turning into therapy. It was how my dad was in campsites. So it's probably, I'm doing that. Like setting up a tent, it was like fucking get on it and do not bend a stake. You know?
Damn, so your dad just wanted the tents to be set up correctly and a fire burning while you were camping?
Life was pretty hard for me.
Fuck, dude. I didn't know you had to go through that.
Yeah.
Your therapist is probably like, yeah,
realize we were gonna
sounds
bring this
brutal, dude. Can't believe. Oh God. Yeah, I don't know. Write that in your journal. Sounds
I discovered
tough.
last week my therapist has just been using a video recording on me.
The hell does that mean?
When I say things, she just says, "Yeah, it sounds tough," and it's just a video. It's been playing on loop.
I wonder how long she could get away with it. I
Probably
bet a
pretty
cool
long.
15 minutes.
If I've had a couple coffees before our session, I'm talking for a minute.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's like on it's like on Home Alone where he goes and knocks on the door and he's like, "Who is it?" And it's just that old guy.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking? I think that would be you the entire time.
What is it? God, what does he say again?
I smelled you getting off the elevator.
Yeah.
You've been smooching with everybody.
You've been listen, Johnny. You've been smooching with everybody is a great line.
What is it, like Little Mo with the gimpy leg? I'm gonna give you that a count of 3 or a count of 10. 1, 2,
sorry.
10.
No good. Yeah, he is a guy, man. That is. Well, I don't know what movie that's from, but I kind of want to watch that movie.
It's Home Alone.
No, the
real one.
Yeah, the clips are.
Oh, that's a good point. I bet we could. I'm gonna Google that after this and figure it out and watch it. I'm sure it's like one of those movies. And you ever watch a movie? I think we've talked about this. Do you ever watch like a? you ever watch like a critically acclaimed movies from the 70s and you're like, this sucks?
No, I don't even watch critically acclaimed movies from the 10s.
Who am I talking to? Of course. Of course not. Of course you're not taking a deep dive into cinema.
What do you call this last decade?
This last the 2010s? The 2010s?
Yeah, but do you call them the 10s or just
No, I think you say 2010s.
Okay.
Or just this past decade.
Can we call we're in the 20s right now? Can we
the 2020s?
I just like saying the 20s.
The roaring 20s?
I'd like them to be roaring.
I wouldn't mind. They're not roaring for me. It's more of a low purr. Sounds like a very sick cat.
It's like, sir, there's a truck about a block away. Just
well, that engine sucks. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just is this a thing? The 20-aughts? Is that a thing?
Huh?
20-aughts?
I don't know what I don't know. I don't even know what that is.
I don't even know.
You've
either.
just heard that.
I feel like that's something I've heard.
I feel like I'm a stranger talking to you, and you're just coming at me with some unearned confidence.
20.
I don't even know how to spell aughts. OTTS.
20 AUGHT.
Okay, that sounds scientific.
Let's see. America, not referring to the decades. Yeah. Well, are the terms referring to the decade 2000 and 2009? Those are the 20 aughts. Okay, so
all right.
So that's no good.
So, but we learned something.
We learned a little something here on the pod. So yeah, that's wrong. Don't say that.
Okay, not 20 odds. All right. Well, to sum it up, then I guess we're not giving me 0 of the week for my little camping control freak behavior.
You know, the thing is like if I don't know how to build a fire, if I'm not an outdoorsy guy, I'm kind of hoping that the guy that's always outdoors is helping out a wee tad. If you were just sitting there and like the fire was dying and all of the tents were falling apart, I'd be like, "Hey Tom, where you at?
Pitch in? Dude, you're getting the game, dude."
I mean, this sucks. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm using a lot of duct tape on this fucking fire, and I don't know if that's correct.
The duct tape wasn't even right for the tent, Tim. Stop using it on the fire. You're just balling up balls of duct tape and trying to light them on fire.
You're like, I don't know. Is this like bright green smoke good? I don't know. I don't think that's 0 behavior. I think if they all knew what they were doing and they kind of had it all pieced together and you were coming around.
And just being a dick.
And I think that's some 0 behavior.
All right. Okay. Well,
I might even toss a hero of the week at you, Tom.
No.
I mean, you're the guy. You're on the bachelor party. You're keeping everything moving forward.
But this was the smoothest bachelor party I've ever seen. We had I don't even have like good stories from it because it was just
so sick, dude. Sounds so fun.
Well, like nothing went wrong. It was all just fun. I mean, but it's not that fun to just be like, yeah, we had this sick night out and a great day on a boat and then another fun night out.
Oh man, just got back from a bachelor party. I don't have one good story though.
It was fun. It was great.
It was good.
But it was, you know what I'm saying? Like every bachelor party I've been on, like someone gets lost or something goes wrong, or you get we got the last one I was on before this, we got completely bamboozled by our Airbnb and got sent to a trap house.
Well, see, here's the difference though. So when was that last bachelor party where things did go wrong?
It was literally the week before COVID.
Okay, so I think when you're younger doing the B parties, I think that's when I think you're more willing to accept that'll be fine. Sure, this will work. And that's how things really fall apart. But, you and the fellas are creeping up on 30. I think you got life a little bit more figured out.
Yeah, we're not going to take the, let's go off platform on Airbnb and book through a direct wire transfer.
Exactly. Yeah. And then you show up and you're like, oh, yeah, this is a trap house.
It was literally the second we landed, the guy goes, plumbing issues in the mansion with the beachfront and the a fishing dock that you guys have rented. There's plumbing issues there. But don't worry, we got this house in a cul-de-sac. It's a 3-bedroom, but we put 14 mattresses in there.
See, this is what I'm talking about. And you're going, yeah, $250 for the week did sound pretty too good to be true.
We thought you were just kind of like a really nice guy.
Thought you were just really into hosting cool guys having a fun time. Yeah, but so I think you're in your I think you have the the planning portion of it a little bit more streamlined than maybe you did when you were 24, 22. Yeah, I mean, when I was doing all the bachelor party, I'm from the South, so everybody got married when they were 9 years old. Right. So we were going on bachelor parties, with no money and no idea what we're doing. So there was all sorts of shit falling apart.
And you were 9.
And we were 9. I hadn't even hit puberty yet.
That's a weird strip club moment.
I know. We did go to Vegas for a bachelor party, and this was at the moment in my life where I had braces. And I will tell you this, Tom, I got laughed at a few times.
By strippers?
Just not even strippers, just women.
Just the entire
your run of the mill woman.
Out. You had braces till when? 23?
I got them on when I was 23. I got them off when I was 25.
Ooh, wow. I'm glad you didn't start stand up till after that.
I mean, dude, what? I can't be up there roasting and riffing with my fucking what are they called? No, what are the stretchy with my rubber bands in? Yeah. With my rubber bands in, dude. I can't be like, what's your fucking deal? You guys even dating or what, dude?
Wait, all right, I got a hero of the week.
Hell yeah.
It's Mr. Rory Scovel.
Jesus. Okay. love the man.
Yeah, all right, you guys. If you don't know Roy Scovel, check him out. He's a really good friend, and hero. No, I went and saw. He does this cool thing where he does like a 100-person room in L.A. Does it like a couple times a month where he'll go. And sometimes he brings other comics. Sometimes he just does a solo show. And I've been wanting to go, but it's one of those things that I'm like, I'll go eventually. And then this is the last one for a while. So yesterday I was like, fuck it, I'm going. Got Peak. Got her fiance. We got a little group together. We went. I mean, this man restored my love for comedy.
Yeah.
I've been in kind of like a rut, and like this, I mean, he just is having fun. Something you said earlier. Oh, my therapist thinking I have not have a hard life. It reminded me, middle of the show, I texted you this already, but middle of the show, some joke that Roy had just didn't land, and he just leans over the stool with his head down into the microphone, and he just goes, God, no one in this room has had a hard life. No, but
I mean,
not one of you.
The truth is,
has had a hard time.
At a sexy comedy show in LA, no one in there has had an actual hard life.
It's probably true, yeah. But it was so funny. I mean, I've been giggling. I've been just muttering it to myself for like 2 days.
This job sucks.
It's the exact same delivery.
Same as this job sucks.
Yeah. God,
he's a guy,
so
and this
funny.
is such a lame thing to like quote famous people, but I do think about this a lot. There's when we'd go do those shows in Second City back in Chicago, which seems like 3 decades ago, there was a quote from Amy Poehler on the wall that I always think about, and it says, "It's not embarrassing if you're having fun."
Oh, that is a great quote. I don't think I ever noticed that.
And it's like, it's so true. Have you ever seen somebody on stage like, the set's not going particularly well, but
he's having fun.
But he's having a good time. They don't give a fuck, really. It's only embarrassing when that person starts internalizing that it's not going well.
Yeah, that is.
And that's where Rory is like beautiful, because the boy is up there just giving you what he's got.
Yeah.
And if it works, amazing. If it doesn't, he's still going to be pushing forward.
Oh, he's going to do just fine.
Yeah, it gets embarrassing when people are like, crowds, like what I do every time I get on stage.
No, you have fun up there. You're a goofball these days.
I am a fucking goofball, dude.
I haven't seen you get mean on stage in a while.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you haven't seen me do stand up in 3 years, but
I did one of the worst shows in the world with you about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, and, that's right.
And you still, we kept it goofy.
We were loose. We were goofballs. Boy, 4 or 5 years ago, that show, I'd have had a real dark one.
Well, you wouldn't have had the chops either. Like at this point, it's kind of like, don't you kind of feel like, it's going to get worse, and it has been worse, and it will get better too.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Like I often find myself thinking that, like, I don't care. This has been,
here we go.
I've been in such a worse place than this.
Yeah. It's like, can I survive the next 4 minutes?
Yeah.
Am I strong enough to survive 4?
The problem is when this starts happening when we're headlining, and it's like, am I strong enough to survive the next 54 minutes?
44 minutes? You're like, ooh, that is so long.
I don't know if I am, actually.
Time to yell at this guy. Okay, so back to Rory. Rory was just up there ripping and roaring.
Yeah, I just had to give that one quote and just give him the hero of the week, because, boy, it really changed. I came home, watched Roy Scovel try stand up for the first time. And then I started his Apple TV show, but it was too sad, so I haven't continued it.
That is a guy where you do feel like he's such a goof and he's such a whatever on stage and such a joy on stage. It's like the bummer of that for me is I think there probably is a lot of profound sadness in that man.
Yeah, probably. But I still think he has more fun than other people.
100% agree.
So yeah, maybe I think there's a profound sadness in everybody.
Damn, dude.
Fuck. I didn't realize we were about to solve fucking human behavior here.
We just fucking solved the debt crisis with that one, Tom. I don't even know what that means.
God, I don't know.
But you know what I like that you did? You've been saying, it's around. I'll go see it. I'm glad that you pulled the trigger, because I feel like it's a tale as old as time of like, I'll do it when I do it, and then it disappears. Rory gets hit by a car.
Yeah,
You
or
know,
I was gonna say his career starts going better and he doesn't do 100-person shows anymore. But
it's
yeah,
just
or he gets
insane
hit
to say that his
like,
career needs to be going better.
I know that was a wild thing to say, but
No. I just mean like because he is the funniest
oh
man,
yeah, he might be the funniest person alive, and he's not mega
and I
funny.
think every comedian would say he's the
I
he's
also
the
think
truth.
his career is going better than he made it seem. He was talking about how he couldn't sell tickets in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I was like, yeah, no one can.
You're like, it's Fort Wayne.
It's Fort Wayne,
They're
dude. It's
they're
tough
not known
market.
for their love of like alt comedy.
Yeah, they're not a bunch of goofballs.
Yeah, big alt scene, Fort Wayne. Yeah, but that rip. So he did an hour. How much of it seemed improvised?
I would say 30 of it. I think
I
there was a
mean-
lot of there was a lot of bits that he was starting that were not improvised, but he was following some tangents that were just off the rails. I mean, a fly hit his face and he slapped it and it fell onto the ground, and then he had this guilt complex about it, and it ended up being about 25 minutes of the show was him talking to this fly. I mean, he's leaning over the fly. The fly's on the ground, and he's going, "Are you trying to say something? Say something. Say something, motherfucker. Say something." I mean, it's so funny.
It's like just the willingness to follow that stream of consciousness is so difficult.
Yeah. It was crazy. I kept thinking that. I'm like, I would have bailed on this 10 minutes ago. And he's
I would have
still on
had
it,
two
and it's
lines.
murdering.
Yeah. And then I'd just gone, moved around a
Anyways.
lot as a
Anyways,
right
yeah,
into some joke.
What was I talking about? Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
he
I just
never
really
does
threw
that
me
shit.
off.
He never does that like, okay, back on track. It's always just like, yeah, let's get crazier.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
that
fine.
just
Well, because to your point, I'm glad we went some because, well, I don't know, we live in New York and LA. Like, we can see the best people at this.
right.
And I rarely do. I don't know. How often do you? Do you go to the cellar ever?
To watch a show?
Yeah,
No, never. But like that's kind of not
a
the
little
look.
weird. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
The look. It's a different scenario.
I just I'm in line to get into the cellar and I pass all of our hey. See you guys
Looking
after
forward to the show.
I'm just standing there with a pina colada.
Let's
Are
go
you up
do that.
tonight?
Let's go do that next time Jeff is at the cellar
Sit right in the
and
front
I'm in
row
town. Yeah.
and just watch him melt down.
Let's get like kind of a group of our friends to go.
That's that's kind of an all-time bit.
Yeah. Just because if we got a couple friends on one lineup and then we got like 8 of us to go, they'd be like, why?
What
are you
doing?
Why are you here?
And they would just be talking to us the whole time, and the rest of the audience would be like, "What are we watching right now? This job sucks."
This job's nobody in here's had a hard life.
God, that is so goddamn true, though. But yeah, I think there's less of like those
like the alti one-offs.
yeah, like, oh, I'm just going to work out my hour in this room. If they
Yeah.
did have those, I would absolutely go
Yeah, it was cool.
check those out.
Gotta
They doesn't
do
really
stuff.
have them. Everything's just in a basement here.
No, yeah, it's not like a cool, fun, little sexy theater you get to go check out.
You know what I was thinking about? We always talk about how New York is probably more like Chicago than LA is, but I think there's a little bit more of like a connection with LA and Chicago, and just the fact that like you can go hang at a comedy venue.
Yes.
Like there's you think about the places where you do shows around.
Oh, that's true.
You can't like go to a club and hit the hang button without kind of really standing out as to like, why the fuck are you here?
And feeling the most anxious you've ever felt in your whole life.
Like at least in the Laugh Factory in Chicago, you can just it's so big you can kind of be in the showroom at the bar. Oops, I'm upstairs. I'm on the bed. You're kind of around. Whereas some of these places, you go to New York Comedy Club and it's 9 square feet and everybody's on the show, and then you're just nose to nose with somebody. Like, are you up next, dude? Or
They go full. The
Sick,
second you walk into New York Comedy Club, it's like an old western. The saloon doors open and everyone turns their head.
everyone
and looks
turns.
at you. I think you're lost.
We don't take too and so it's like you are such and everybody's like, oh, look at this rat pig.
Yeah, it's very obvious. Yeah, LA does have a little bit more of the hang button.
Like you can go to the clubs are larger. You can go hang.
The store has a whole patio. It's
Oh,
like
patio.
that strangers hang on, so comics can hang there too.
You can slip your little buns right in there.
Yep.
Here, you think about the other shows. You think about like, you're like outside.
Literally, you're standing on a New York City sidewalk waiting to go on stage.
And the only people there are going up on the show. And then if you walk up, they're like, oh, nice, are you going up? And you're like, nah.
No, I'm hanging.
Oh,
you
nice.
gonna watch the
Do
show?
you live around here?
There's no room in there.
Yeah, no, I can't get in there. You live around here? Nah. Nah, it took a 40-minute train to
I took the
here.
J to the 6. So
I'm Tim, by the way. Nice to meet you, dude. Like, it's so fucking goofy. It's just goof-tastic.
and the hang is a large piece of networking. It's kind of the only one.
Kind of the biggest.
Yeah.
Some would argue it's huge.
It's huge. That is unfortunate. I don't know the other.
Does that make
clubs in New York.
sense?
1,000%. Yeah. But Chicago, but I think I always say the Chicago, New York thing, the comedic style is so much more New York in Chicago than LA.
It's similar. Yeah. And like
meaning,
the feel of it, the city
the joke
of it.
writing is good.
And people are telling and writing jokes. But like, just as far as like your ability to sneak in there and hit a hang button, it can be goofy.
Yeah. Yeah, come out to LA, dude. I'll move to
Oh.
New York. You move to LA.
I would please
And hit the hang.
I would absolutely love to be in LA right now. That's so my vibe.
I think it would. I think it's your vibe. I think you would start wearing long T-shirts.
Man, I bought a long T-shirt the other day by accident. I look like an absolute toddler.
Dude, I have one as well that I got on accident.
It's like hanging
I've
like
never
an
put
inch.
it on.
Yeah, it hangs like it's like my house shirt now. I bought it from like there's like this cool little like New York brand. That's like this, like brand. Like it's not like a Hanes shirt. It's like this. They do like
okay,
it's like
right.
this
But you
custom
pointed
denim
like
shop.
I was gonna be able to look.
Oh, sorry, I'm just talking. And so I'm looking at these shirts and I'm like, oh, these are like kind of sick and like I'm sure they fit well. It's like a custom. I got it home. It hangs like 3 inches past my dinky. I look like fucking a 2005 rapper. I look like Chingy. It's a
Chingy.
tough.
Good pull for Chingy.
It's a tough look.
What was
I put it on. I was like,
again?
how's this going? Lizzie was like, absolutely not.
Yeah, no, you I don't know who can still pull that off.
No one is nobody.
The long tee, I really don't like the look.
The
But
long
they came
tee
in
is-
a couple years ago. They came into style.
I think they came in and left just as quickly.
Yeah, I don't see him as much anymore. But I think if you move to LA, I think you bring that shirt with you and you give it a try out here and just see what it does for people.
But dude, you moving up there for comedy? No, actually the long shirts.
Now I got
bought
this shirt.
bought a couple of shirts in New York I can't really wear. So moving across the country, see if I'm gonna do a little new.
See what it does out there. Yeah, if it doesn't work, I'll come back. But
I'll come back. I spend $20 grand moving to and fro to test out this shirt. Shirt sucks.
Yeah. God, I wish I wasn't wearing this fucking shirt.
That's what I was trying to think of.
Um,
But yeah, so I don't know. That's like that's my big New York complaint recently.
yeah, no hang.
Tough hang.
Well, because you also you want to be hanging with new people. The New York hang, it always ends up being like just your friends. And
Yeah, because
that's
it's the only people you know.
Yeah, but it's like we gotta meet more people here.
Yeah, it's like hard to get out there and mix it up without it seeming so like, because a big portion of the hang is to be there seemingly naturally and to meet people in a natural way.
All right, can I throw out a suggestion?
Hit me, please. God,
This
I would
might be
die for a suggestion.
This might be completely off base because I know nothing of the alt scene in New York, but go hit an alt show. I did this recently where I did a show and it was a bunch of alt people. The show wasn't necessarily that, but it just happened to be the lineup. And then they invited me to it was like a birthday party after. I think I told you this is when I was talking to the guy who was on the Bear, and I was talking to him because I thought I knew him, but I had just watched him on my television the previous day.
Right.
But I just went and it was it was a bunch of these alty people. But now I'm friends with 2 of them.
There you go.
And
That's a win.
now I kind of want to go to more alt shows because it seems like they're a little less than just the stand-up
Just
scene.
to stand up. Yeah.
I don't know. I think they're all a little goofier, so that maybe they're more open to making friends. I don't know.
Stand up, take themselves seriously.
Stand-ups get so serious.
and you're like, hey,
Hey, we're all
idiot.
trying to do this for a living.
It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
Will you calm down?
Uh-oh. We're having cord issues.
How about now?
Nope, it's good. Yeah, I don't know why I said no. I meant yes.
How's this? Terrible. Sounds perfect. Yeah, so I don't know. It's just maybe go hit and all. But even though there's going to be in the basement of a pizzeria and it's 9 square feet.
What about like what's going on at like Union Hall? Isn't that an alt scene?
Union Hall is even still. It's like
I've never been there, so I don't know what the hang is like.
Those are still pretty. I think those are more pretentious than anything.
God damn it!
I mean, the tentiousness sometimes is nanners.
That's true, actually. Also in the alt scene.
Yeah, because people be like, "I'm weird, but I'm smart."
I'm weird, but I wrote for an Adult Swim show 4 years ago.
48 years ago. You remember the guy that voiced that weird little pig with the man face? That was me.
I wrote for him.
Okay, idiot. Yeah, so I don't know. Everyone is posturing. So much of New York is just about like perception of if you're cool or not. So I feel like everyone's really hanging on to I gotta be cool as shit. Dude.
Yeah. God, who cares?
Who gives a hoot?
Who
You
cares?
got 10?
Just have
Let me hear
fun.
the 10. Yeah.
Let me hear the 10 and be a little goofball up there. Meanwhile, I'm up there shitting my little pantaloonies.
Absolutely having a terrible time. I don't know. What else you got, Tomas? I mean, you went on a bachelor party. You served up 0 stories from a bee party, which I've never heard before.
No, I mean, it was just a fun time. We were staying on a beach house on Lake Tahoe. I showered in the lake every day.
Is it a beach house on Lake Tahoe? Is that a lake house?
Could be a lake house, but we had a beach.
Oh,
but
shit.
I've actually had people from the coasts argue with me on this, that beaches don't actually exist outside of the ocean. You can't call a beach on a lake a beach.
Talking man-made beach. They don't like that.
I guess, but I don't even understand the argument. Like, why are you so proud of beaches that we can't have them too?
Why do you give a fuck? What are you talking about?
I've gotten yelled at for this before.
It's like, hey, was there sand? Yeah. Is there water? Yeah. Hey, that's a beach.
You know how the sand slowly drifted into the water? I got bad news for you, friend.
Classic beach.
That is exactly what a beach looks like.
So
you drew me a beach.
Yeah, it's giving beach. I'm sorry.
It's giving beach. Like, what else am I supposed to fucking call that?
Like, yeah, there's like this weird sandy area before the water. I don't know. I know you guys have beaches. We don't really have those. We just have like this weird area where we all sunbathe and throw footballs.
It is freshwater though, so it's like it's more like a lakeshore swim area is what we call it.
And they're like, I'm so fucking happy you didn't call it a beach. I'd be pissed. It's like, how little do you have in your life right now that you're defending beaches?
They're like, also, this next round is on you, if you don't mind. God.
Can we get another round on his tap?
On Lakeshore.
Anyway, keep telling you what an idiot you are.
But yeah, it was truly just a great time. It's fun because like our friends, that was a college friend group, and then there was
big.
Then there's his high school friend group.
This is a college pal for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you kind of go back to like college recklessness. Like we were just playing beer pong and beer die just 24/7.
Beer die.
Yeah. You never played that?
No.
Oh, we got to play. It's so fun. It's a rectangle table. You got a cup in each corner. It's 2-on-2. Throw the beer. Throw the die. Has to go over 10 feet over the table. Throw the die, and then if it hits the table, the other team has to catch it when it bounces off.
Now here's something. This makes me feel really old saying this, but I've seen that on the internet.
No. I wish he had said, like, I've seen that before.
And I saw it, and I was scrolling, and I thought, no clue what that is, and I just kept on scrolling.
Well, that's now you know.
Beer die. Okay.
Yeah, it's very fun. So we did that. We ate nothing but like frozen pizzas and burgers, which I mean, on Sunday we drove back 7.5-hour drive. That is a somber drive after 4 days of drinking and eating literally not one vegetable.
Nonsense, just absolute nonsense in
Just
your
the
stomach.
whole drive back, just all of us kind of like.
Ugh. Just a lot of like grunting and like kind of you do like the mouth burp.
Oh
It's like,
yeah, it's not a throw
There's a
up, but it
lot of
comes from the
that.
same place.
Yeah. And you kind of just let the breath out slowly because you're like, that one's not great.
You release the burp breath like you just took a hit of a joint.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, it was a lot of that on the drive back.
Well,
Like,
wait. So what was the bit? Because there's always one night where it's like, all right, here we go, putting on our cool clothes. Let's go be cool. What was that night?
we did, dude. This is also like when no one is from the town, you just take a blind suggestion.
Sure.
So like first,
I went to like Morton's.
dude, we almost basically exactly that. we took a suggestion from our Uber driver.
Sure.
And
Sure.
he's like, this is where I always drop people off. Like the bachelor parties, they always go here. Some place called like the Horny Goat or something. No,
Of course,
what was it called?
Ronald's Tavern.
Yeah. Lucky Beaver.
Of course it is. Yeah.
And so we go the first night. Well, we all like we're pre-gaming, we're playing drinking games. We're like, this is our big night out on the town.
Hell yeah.
And we're all like, they're not wearing nice clothes, but like short sleeve button downs, fun Tahoe vibe.
Sure.
We show up to this place and they're like, yeah, table for how many? And I was like, table. Like, what? We probably just hit the bar. She's like, you got to have a table. It's like a, it's like a
no.
Red Robin.
This is the Hungry Beaver. I can just walk in here and drink alcohol. I'm sorry.
It's literally an Applebee's. Like,
yeah, like, and they're like, oh, we're actually booked out for 3 weeks.
It was crazy. I was like, this is where. So we're all kind of standing there for a second, and then thank God one of the guys rounds a corner and there's like a real shitty dive bar.
There we go.
Right next door, and it was like, this is the suggestion we needed.
That's because y'all want to like kind of chit chat a little bit.
Chit chat, dance a little, meet some people.
How was the dance scene? Did you dance a little bit?
Oh, I was out there cutting a rug, dude.
Did you meet a lady?
Met
Did
a
anybody
ton.
meet a bachelor? Oh yeah, well you can't really tell those stories of the but nobody met a lady. Everybody stayed in the pocket.
Everyone stayed in the pocket. Oh, wait, this is the worst thing that happened.
Now we're getting to the meat of it. I was about to say you were on a bachelor party.
I forgot about this. Well, this is just embarrassing. So we've got 15 guys on this bachelor party. Saturday we go out on a boat, but they have a limit that you can only have 12 on a boat. So we get 2 pontoons, 2 double-decker pontoons with slides off the back, crazy speakers. They're fun boats. So we're out there having a great time. We're out there for about 4.5 hours. About 2.5 hours in, we realize we're gonna run out of booze. We didn't bring nearly enough.
I mean, what y'all went out there with 2 cases of beer? What happened here?
Basically, we brought like 90 beers out there, but like for 15, that seems like I know like 90 seems like a high number, but that's like 4 or 5 beers per person
out
over
in the
4
water.
hours in the water.
I mean, this is kind of like insane.
It's like it was like really embarrassing once we realized it, because like all of a sudden I was like, I looked around and I look up at one of my buddies that I had just recently become friends with. You know how you make those new friendships on
A buddy's buddy,
and
absolutely.
I go, hey dude, I think we're and he goes, gonna run out of beer. I just had the same realization, and everyone slowly kind of realized it, and no one wanted to talk about it. And then we run out, and that's when all the bachelorette parties want to come over and use the slides.
This is
So
an enormous oversight.
It was a huge miss.
I mean, how y'all can't like have one go back, somebody run? I mean, y'all just
We're
out there
about 40 minutes out on the lake. We're about 40 minutes from shore.
My God in heaven. Okay, so y'all are sober now.
Oh, fully. We're all holding waters. Brought plenty of waters.
Good. Well, thank God.
Yeah.
I mean, that
like none of us drove over. We had a bunch of cars at the house. None of us drove to the boats because we were like, clearly we'll be getting off these boats shit housed. And so we all got off them and had to call Ubers again. And we're like, yeah, this feels stupid.
It's like, yeah, we're absolutely gonna get tanked off this 6 beers apiece over the next 8 hours. Who's ready to fucking party?
It was the 2 best men, my buddy's brothers. They did an incredible job the entire weekend. That was the only big miss.
That's
It was like kind of devastating.
That's
And
so
then when
big.
people started coming over to use the slides, I mean, bachelorette parties, everyone, like, people
That's
kept
when the
like,
juice is
they're
flowing.
like, can we swim over and use your slides? And we're like, yeah, get over here. And then they get over, and one guy literally got on and goes, are you guys, is no one drinking on this boat?
Nah, we already went through our allotted 6.
Ran out. It's so embarrassing.
Oh, 6 beers. How long were you out on the pontoons?
About almost 5 hours.
Oh my God. I mean, like, that's kind of, you need to, I would say at least schedule for what? 18 per just to be safe.
Yeah, just to be safe, we should have each walked on with a case of beer.
I think that's true because now you got enough to give away. Now when ladies are getting on, you gotta
Giving
you
away,
ladies wanna
doing fun things down the slide with the beer, where if it goes in the water, it's not a big deal.
it's fine. You're
Yeah.
not like, oh my God, it's not like when a cokehead like drops it all over the carpet and they're trying to get it out of the fibers.
It's exactly the behavior. I spilled like half a beer and I was like, I'm so sorry.
Oh, fuck.
I got spanked by the entire group.
So but what was the vibe getting off the boat? Were you guys like, yeah, it was good?
It was a
Good
little
time.
bit like, I mean, we still had fun. It was a fun group, but it was a little bit like, all right, well, we kind of fucked that one up.
It's kind of where you're like, oh, so now we have to actually like have genuine fun.
Yeah, which also sucks because we got back to the house. We had tons of beer that we left at the house.
God, I just this is putting a pit in my stomach.
Yeah, I knew this would drive you nuts. I forgot to bring it up.
I think I would have jumped off the boat and swam back to land.
Yeah, it was just, you would have died.
Worth it. It's better than sitting out there for 5 hours with 2 beers.
When I was finishing my last one, it did kind of feel like the end of a really sad movie.
You just gotta, because that last one, you're trying to like, it's the thing of like, do I want to hang on to this so I have it longer, or do I chug so maybe I can get a buzz for a little while?
That's true. Also, 85 degrees out
You're sweating that
in
thing
the
out.
sun. Well, the beer is not staying good for long.
What kind of beer was it?
Coors Light. A warm Coors Light doesn't exactly hit the spot for old Tom.
No, it does not. Now, if you're 10 beers in, it's irrelevant.
Yeah, sure. But I was 3
This
waters,
hurts.
4 beers in.
This hurts. I mean, I take back what I said earlier about you guys are all in your 30s and you have it all hammered out. This is a massive oversight.
Here's the thing. We would have, in our 20s, we would have brought too much beer, no sunscreen, no water.
And had the time of your lives.
We had sunscreen to spare and so much water.
You guys not drink it? No, but we got like 80 SPF if you need some of that.
Yeah, you need any of this? We actually have one that's it's for sensitive skin too. If you
I can
need
see
that.
it kind of, you kind of getting it on the shoulders. Here, turn around. Let me lather you up, bud. Yeah, hit the slide. Do whatever you want. Absolutely raging on this bachelor party.
Yeah. So that was probably the biggest. That's our 0 of the week. Maybe it's just to us collectively.
That's
as
a collective
bachelor
0.
party.
Yeah, that's just, I can't stop thinking about how heartbroken I would be.
Also, like the captain on the boat, I think realized it because they have these huge coolers built in,
And they're usually
and
just
we filled up like
slam-packed.
half of one. Yeah.
Oh my God. He's like, look at these fucking losers. All right, yeah, let's go, fellas. We're gonna have a great time.
Party. So I guess I'm not gonna have one of your beers, huh? That's probably allotted to someone.
That guy drinks for free every time he takes people out, except this time.
Not with us. Sorry,
that hurts.
Joe.
That hurts. Sorry, Joseph. Tom, we gotta wrap this motherfucker up.
You gotta run. Hey, this comes out on Thursday. If you're in Phoenix, I'm in Phoenix.
Beanie.
And then please, for the love of God, if you're in Seattle, I know we have some Seattle people. Next Saturday, 7/22, co-headlining The Hereafter at the Crocodile with Orion Levine. It will be very fun. Please come.
Beanie. I'm in New York. I added some we're going to wherever.
Minnesota. Yes, that's gonna be
Soda, and then Madison, and then I'll be in Boston. Added Columbus. Going to Phoenix.
Come see the kid.
Get us. I just put it on the dang Instagram.
Wait, somebody DM'd me asking who they can go see in New York, and I told them Tim Smith.
Interesting.
This was a listener. This is someone who listens. So whoever that was, go see Tim.
Well, there's a part of me that's like nice, and there's another part of me that's like, fuck you, dude.
Why?
We talk about me living in New York almost constantly. And he's like, who could I see in
I
New
bet he's in your DM
York?
request folder.
Oh, really? Well, he's staying there, dude. Have fun in purgatory, bitch.
Enjoy that, bitch. All right, Timmy.
All right.
See you later.
All right, brother. Bye.
He married my sister, now we're living together. We're roommates in